Hi, I'm Jay. I'll be honest, when I first saw this lens, it immediately made me curious because it's tiny. This is the 7Artisans 40mm F2.5, and on a full-frame Sony body, it almost looks like a body cap with autofocus. But that's kind of why I wanted to try it. Because lately, everything seems to be getting bigger. Bigger lenses, bigger filters, bigger bags, bigger setups. And sometimes you just want to take a camera out without feeling like you're preparing for a full production. This lens feels like the opposite of that. Small, light, simple. And honestly, there's something refreshing about that. It doesn't feel like a lens made to show off. It feels like a lens you might actually leave on the camera, just because it makes the camera easier to pick up. And I think that matters more than people admit. 40mm is also a slightly unusual focal length. It's not quite 35, it's not quite 50. And before using more lenses around this range, I always thought 40mm sounded like it was stuck in the middle. But in real use, that middle ground is actually the point. 35mm can sometimes feel a little too wide. 50mm can sometimes feel a little too tight. 40mm sits in this comfortable space where you don't have to think too much. You can shoot a person. You can show a bit of the street. You can grab details. You can walk around and just react to things. It's not a dramatic focal length. It's just easy. And with a lens this small, the whole camera starts to feel more casual. That's probably the biggest thing I noticed. When I put a big lens on the camera, I shoot differently. People notice it. I notice it. Everything feels a bit more serious. With this, the camera feels less intimidating. More like something I'd actually take with me on a normal day. Not because I have a shoot planned, just because I might see something. Now, obviously, this isn't some hidden luxury lens. There are compromises. The autofocus is fine, but it's not going to feel like a high-end Sony lens. Flare can get a bit messy. There's some vignetting, and if you like zooming into the corners at 200%, you'll probably find things to complain about. But I don't think that's really the point of this lens. This isn't replacing my main glass. It's not the lens I'd grab for every serious client portrait session. But for travel, behind the scenes, street photography, casual portraits, or those days when I normally wouldn't bother bringing a proper camera setup, yeah, that's where it starts to make sense. Because the best thing about this lens is not that it's perfect, it's that it removes a bit of friction. You don't need to think about which camera bag to take. You don't need to commit to carrying a heavy setup. You just put it on the camera and go. So let's look at the photos. And this is pretty much where the lens makes sense. The images feel simple, natural, not overly polished, not trying too hard. 40mm keeps enough of the environment in the frame, but still feels close enough for portraits to feel personal. You're not getting that big 85mm background blur, and you're not getting the wider feel of a 35. It just sits somewhere in between. For everyday photography, I actually like that. You get a bit of context, a bit of space, a bit of real life around the subject, and sometimes that feels more honest than completely melting the background away. Would I use this every day? Probably not. Would I keep it in a small bag or leave it on the camera when I want the setup to feel light and easy? Absolutely. And for the size and price, I think that's enough. It's not the sharpest lens I've ever used. It's not the fastest. It's not the most exciting lens on paper. But it is small, simple, and easy to carry. And sometimes that's the difference between taking the camera with you or leaving it at home. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think about 40mm. Is it a useful everyday focal length, or would you rather stick with 35 or 50? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.